Good evening, students. In previous class, I taught up to electronic configuration up to atomic number 30, that is zinc. So in that I have explained you clearly about the configuration of chromium and copper also. I think you might have remember. Please practice and subscribe my channel. Please increase my subscriptions with your friends and relatives that you are forgetting. Okay, and you are not viewing from many phones. Okay, please increase my views and press like button also. Anyhow, for writing electronic configuration, so we have to learn about the orbitals that already I have taught you about s orbital and p orbital. So in this, what happens actually in the periodic table, all the elements will try to become like inert gases, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. How they become stable? Either by losing electrons or by gaining electrons. So how many electrons are being lost, how many electrons are being gained, that can be considered as valency. So valency is nothing but what? Combining capacity of an element is called valency. What is valency? Combining capacity of an element is called valency. Okay. So to become stable, they are losing electron or gaining electron. How they are becoming stable? Either by gaining or losing electrons, they are becoming stable like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, oganesson. Okay, they try to become like this. So atoms always combine to become stable like these inert gases. So how they combine? By losing or gaining electrons. So what happened actually when we are writing electronic configuration, what I said, we have to see the last orbital. Okay, for getting the valency, we have to see the last orbital. For example, sodium, if you take, atomic number is 11. So what is the configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So here you see in the last orbit is third. In this third orbit, it has only one electron. If it loses this one electron, it can become like neon. Okay, because atomic number of neon is 10. So by losing one electron, it will have 10 electrons. So it can become like neon. If you go for oxygen, oxygen's atomic number is 8. That means configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Okay. So here what happens? See the last orbital, second orbital. Okay, in the second orbital there are 6 electrons. Okay, so there are 6 electrons. If it loses 6 electrons, it can become like helium. But it is not possible now to lose 6 electrons. Instead, it can gain 2 electrons to become like neon. So it is gaining 2 electrons, it is losing 1 electron. So its valency will become 2, its valency will become 1. So they are, see, here we can say they are following the stability rule. What is the stability rule? Either by losing electron or by gaining electron, they are becoming stable. Okay, so it is of two types, doublet rule and octet rule. Doublet rule and octet rule. So whenever s orbital is in last, it follows doublet rule. See, here it is s orbital in last, means it follows helium because s contains 2 electrons, right? Then octet rule, whenever there is p orbital in the last, we have to follow octet rule. That means we have to consider both s and p orbital. In s orbital there are 2 electrons, in p orbital there are 6 electrons. So s plus p we have to do. That is, s plus p is equal to 2 plus 6, that is equal to 8. This we have to see always. Okay. So now let us see some more example for valency. For example, if you go for aluminium, aluminium's atomic number is 13. So configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 13 electrons na, 3s2, 3p1. Okay, 2 plus, in the last we have p orbital. That means we have to see s plus p. That means here 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Okay, but actually we should get 8. To become 8, it needs how many electrons? 5 electrons, right? So 5 electrons nobody will give now. Instead, it can give these 3 electrons and become like neon. Okay, so by losing these 3 electrons, it can become like a neon. Okay, understand? So its valency is 3, right? So now if you go for chlorine, chlorine atomic number is 17. Write the configuration: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So here you see s plus p means 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is nothing but 7. So it cannot lose 7 electrons to become like neon. Instead, it can take 1 electron to become like argon. Okay, so elements either lose electron or gain electron to become stable like this. So by seeing this, we can have the valency of S and P block in the periodic table. You know how to draw the periodic table? See here. First of all, there is hydrogen, atomic number is 1. Then lithium, atomic number is 3. Then sodium, atomic number is 11. Then potassium, 19. Then rubidium, 37. Cesium, 55. And then francium, 87. Okay. Now, just to draw like this line, rough diagram for periodic table. You also try and practice it. Get perfect. So, after lithium, what is there? Beryllium. Because it's 3 atomic number, then 4. Then next, it is easy now. Sodium after magnesium. Like this also you can remember. Potassium after calcium. We need only this much. We do not need all this, because the formula will be maximum from these elements only. Now what I am writing. Okay. So now let us go for this side. Now this is S block. In the middle there is D block. That is not needed now. In the next videos I will teach you. Now let us go for the zero group element. That is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, oganesson. Anyhow these are also not needed because their valency is 0. But we need, why? Because to compare whether the these atoms are losing or gaining electron to become like this. To see that we will write this one. Okay. Now we can't write here by leaving such a gap. So we can come reverse. Before neon what is there? Fluorine. Before fluorine what is there? Oxygen. So before oxygen it is nitrogen, then carbon, then boron. Okay. Now let us write the elements down. So now all elements are not needed. Only how much is needed, that much I will write. Again in the next videos I will write the remaining elements for 11th and 12th class. Okay. Fluorine after chlorine. Anyhow we need this bromine, iodine. Then astatine and tennessine we don't want. Then oxygen, sulfur enough. Selenium, tellurium don't want. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony we don't need. Not needed. Carbon, silicon, then boron, aluminum. These are enough. Okay. Now you see the valencies how I am writing. We got sodium valency 1. Just now I have explained you. Sodium valency is 1. Like this, if you go for any element in this group, all the elements will have S1 in the last. 1s1, 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1, 7s1. That means their valency will become 1. So first group valency is 1. Then second group will get 2s2 in the last. Then 3s2, 4s2 like that. 2 in the last. So in the second group valency is 2. Okay. Then we will go for, in the middle we have 10 elements of D block. Okay. 10 groups. So by adding the 10 with 10 plus 2 is 12 now. So now the next will be 13. Okay. So in 13th group the valency will become 3. Valency will become 3. Then 14th group the valency will become 4. Okay. Then 15th group the valency, see here, it will become 3. Why? Because now if you write the configuration of nitrogen, atomic number is 7. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. That is 7 now. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3 is 7. Here S plus P we have to see now. 2 plus 3 is 5 now. So we have to compare with the octet rule. What is the octet rule? We have to follow S plus P, that is 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay. Now here if it gives 5 electrons, it can become like helium. But it cannot give 5 electrons. So instead of that it can take 3 electrons to become 8. So 5 plus 3 8 now. So it can become like neon. So its valency will become 3. Okay. Then oxygen valency, that is 16th group valency is 2. Then 17th group valency is 1. Okay. See here, increasing then decreasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So by seeing the group also, this complete elements of the group will have the same valency. For example, oxygen valency 2, sulfur valency 2, then selenium valency 2, tellurium valency 2, polonium valency 2. All the elements will have the same valency, right? So if you remember the up to 20 elements, that is also enough for you. Okay. Now see, for example, one more you can take to understand clearly. Suppose let us take chlorine, I have explained already. Then let us go for the phosphorus. Now phosphorus is similar to nitrogen. Okay. Let us go for silicon. Silicon atomic number is 14. Configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. Okay. Now see here, S plus P, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now if you compare with 8 minus 4 is 4. For carbon and silicon group, taking 4 electrons is same, giving 4 electron is same. So their valency is 4. Okay. Now let us go for sulfur. Sulfur atomic number is 16. Right configuration, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Okay. Now here you see 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, 2 plus 4, 6 electrons. To give 6 electrons is difficult. Instead, they can take 2 electrons to become 8. Okay, so their valency will become 2. So like this, you try to learn the elements and their valencies. Then we'll go for the formulae. Okay, thank you.